People have been given an unrealistic expectation of the type of content that it takes to succeed on Twitch. Well, kind of. I think a lot of people follow these examples from larger streamers, expecting that if they copy this person, then their stream will eventually grow. But the problem is, you don't really get to see what's going on behind the scenes of that streamer. It's kind of the idea that they are doing so much stuff to grow their stream off air. And if you're just looking at the type of content that they're producing and trying to replicate it, it's going to be very difficult for you. And not even just that, but a lot of these larger streamers that we look up to, people that we are trying to copy, they grew at a different time period than you currently are trying to right now. I spend so much time trying to think about the little things that a larger streamer will do that will separate them from a medium-sized streamer and a medium-sized streamer from a smaller streamer. And I'd love to do a larger video on that in the future, but this video right here is more just to point out the problem and get other people thinking as well. I am so curious about why people I followed 5 years ago are still pretty much the same size that they were when I followed them 5 years ago. People that were averaging 100 viewers are still averaging 100 viewers 5 years down the road. What is keeping them from growing? While Twitch nearly doubled in size, why was their channel not increasing? That's what so many advice channels say, right? Like, keep at it and be consistent, and eventually your stream will just grow with it. Well, I have plenty of examples of people who they kept at it and they've been doing this for years, but still they are at the same place. And this kind of combats the whole logic that people say where if I was just higher in the browse, I would start to get more viewers, which isn't necessarily true. Let's talk about it.
My name's King, and I'm currently on a mission. You see, most people think that growth on Twitch is all luck. Those people don't know what they're talking about. You see, there are a lot of channels on the internet that provide you with tips on how to grow, but rarely do you get to see somebody start from the bottom utilizing these tips and watch their channel grow. That's what I'm here to do today. I'm going to prove that it's not luck, and if I can do it, then you can do it too.
I don't think most people in the pursuit of partner are actually doing this to try to make it big. Make it big being the top 1% of the 1% of streamers, the Tim the Tap Mans, the Cyphers, the freaking Ninjas. I think a lot of people think that when they hit partner, that means that they've made it. That is full-time streaming right there, and that they have accomplished the goal that they were shooting for. Which is possible. I know a lot of partnered streamers who stream full-time. I know a lot of affiliated streamers who stream full-time. It is a possible career in this day and age, and that's kind of what the point of my series is about. The problem is a lot of these people need to recognize that there are things that full-time streamers are doing that you are probably not doing right now. And if you want to do this full-time, it doesn't matter if you're making the money or not. You need to start doing this kind of stuff. And I think that's the problem that a lot of streamers run into, is that they just don't have the time to put in the work that they need to, which is a problem. But if you want to do this full-time, if you want to pursue that career, you need to make the time. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. I have to work a double shift tomorrow. I just worked a double shift today, and I'm filming this video in between them instead of going straight to bed, which I know is what a lot of people want to do, is what I want to do. And your time will be a lot more effective if you start to realize that Twitch is not a gaming platform anymore. It started out as a gaming platform, and that's why a lot of these creators who we look up to spend a majority of their time playing Fortnite or playing Apex Legends. They just queue in game after game after game, and people will watch that because that's how they grew their channel. But the problem is Twitch isn't a gaming platform anymore. It's a social platform. It is an entertainment platform. And the lack of understanding there, I think, is the root of the problem that prevents a lot of people from growing. With how easy it is to start creating content on Twitch, the barrier of entry is so low, which is kind of similar to YouTube in this regard, except it's even lower because you don't have to put in the time to create a video. Back in the days when you would make a YouTube, I guess that's the days now, if you want to make a YouTube video, you gotta sit down, you gotta record it, probably have to make a script or something, then you gotta get editing software, you gotta edit the video, you probably want to have some sort of understanding of titles, descriptions, tags, you probably have to make a thumbnail. All of those things go into making a video. To turn on a stream, you just gotta download OBS. And because of that, that means that the type of creator who is a YouTube creator is probably a little bit different than the type of person who is a Twitch creator. And we all know how these things are kind of synonymous at this point. You can do YouTube without Twitch, but you can't really do Twitch without YouTube at this point. The average YouTube creator, I'm assuming, is probably somebody who's the type of person who likes to compile a perfect product and release that. Maybe even somebody a little less social, somebody who doesn't do well in that live interaction. Somebody who is okay sitting in their room for hours a day editing a video so they can release it, and that'll be their form of interaction with their viewer. Somebody who has trouble organizing their thoughts in real time, so it's a lot easier to take a video and be able to ramble in front of a camera and then compile it into little snippets, so that way they can make their coherent point that they want to make. I think the average Twitch creator is less of a creator and more of a gamer, honestly. Somebody who doesn't really like having to prepare for things. Somebody who would much rather just turn on their stream, start playing a game, and have that discussion there where they can feel like they're hanging out with people. Somebody who is okay with being put on the spot. Somebody who wants to just play a couple games for a few hours and just let that be that. They don't want to go back and view their content. They don't even want to hear their own voice. They feel uncomfortable with watching their own stuff. This is the category I fall into because I don't particularly enjoy editing these videos. This isn't really my thing. I'm much more into the live connection that I can have with my viewers. It feels more like I'm hanging out with friends as opposed to compiling a product and releasing that for my friends later on to hear their feedback. I think the idea of video creation is super interesting, and I do like the idea of compiling a perfect product as opposed to Twitch where it's a little bit more sloppy, but that doesn't mean that it's my thing necessarily. I just understand that it is important for my growth, so I go and do it. And I think that's where most Twitch streamers lie, is that YouTube they don't really see the appeal in it. They see how it can benefit their channel, but they don't really want to go and actually do it because it's not really their thing. The two platforms, though very similar, appeal to different types of creators, and there isn't necessarily any inherent problem with this. Like, if you're just trying to have fun on stream, then it shouldn't really matter to you, but if you're looking to grow your stream, this is pretty important. For people who are really wondering why their channels aren't growing, this is probably part of the issue. Most Twitch content creators aren't interested in making videos, and whether the issue is that they don't know how to, or that's just not something that they're interested in, the reasons are going to change, but they chose Twitch for a reason. Because I guarantee you, when they chose Twitch, they knew that YouTube was a thing. YouTube's been around for years now. They probably chose Twitch because it's an easier platform to get started on. It doesn't require as much effort to just turn on a stream. And as they start to get more and more into it, they start to wonder how they can grow their stream better. And they look to these higher examples who they just play video games. That's what they do. And then they re-upload that content to YouTube into sort of compilations. They watch their highlight reels and they're thinking, well, I just got to do that with my stream. Sometimes people will even just download their VOD and then re-upload their VOD to YouTube and they expect them to get views on it. Or they look at these large streamers, they see that they have overlays and that they stream for 8 hours a day, and they'll take these overlays and they'll make a similar one, post it on their stream, and then stream for 8 hours a day and expect to grow without doing any other YouTube content, any other Twitter content, any other Instagram content. They don't care about that stuff. They think because they have a high quality stream, they'll grow eventually, but that's just not the way that it works. Have you started to realize that everyone has overlays on stream now? Everybody has original alerts, or whatever you want to call them, original. Everybody knows how to set up a green screen. Everybody has a Discord server. These are all really easy things to do. If you want to succeed on Twitch, you need to do the not so easy things. You are missing the actual reasons that streams are as big as they are in the first place. Overlays and alerts are small branding things that I recommend that you figure out as quick as possible and get them out of the way, but you need to focus on the more important stuff. Because overlays and alerts might help benefit your channel, but they're not going to explode your channel. They are details, and details are very important, but you need to focus on the main product first and then refine those details later. Or like I said, just get those details out of the way first and then focus all in on that main product, because that is what's going to explode your channel. The reason I brought up Twitch versus YouTube creators earlier and how they are different is because I feel like YouTube creators get an essential skill on how to grow on Twitch that just people who aren't YouTube creators don't get. Discipline being one of those things, and the other one being just raw entertainment. On YouTube, you are judged by your ability to keep the audience's attention. This is massive, and I think a lot of Twitch creators don't realize that. Or, well, they realize it, but they still don't do anything about it. As I've stated before, Twitch is an entertainment platform. You don't get to upload the same video every single day on YouTube and expect it to keep getting views. Why would you do that on Twitch? You are streaming the same thing every single day without mixing anything up, and you expect people just to keep coming by because they becomes in their schedule or something. You should be doing something different. Try to bring people in, make them think, man, this guy's stream is really original. Stop waiting for something new to happen on your stream. That is your job to go and make that happen. On YouTube, creators live by the mentality that every video should be better than their last one. And so many Twitch creators are comfortable not improving for years at a time. People just keep doing the same thing over and over, and they just expect it to improve over time, which is ridiculous to me. You can't get away with that in any other field. You have to put in the work, put in the effort to actually improve at this stuff. If you just sit by and hope to get better, you might get a little bit better, but that's not how you become one of the great ones. And in a field as competitive as this one, you're definitely not going to succeed by doing that. If you can have one takeaway from this video, it's that on Twitch, you are an entertainer. If people aren't working it into their schedule to watch your stream, you are probably doing something wrong. And you might think it's absurd, the idea that anybody will work it into their schedule to tune into your channel, and I think that's a problem. When I was a kid, I remember every single Monday I looked forward to watching Day 9 TV's Monday Fun Day because it was probably one of the best streams to date on Twitch. It was one of the coolest stream series. I remember being excited to tune into this stream. The community that he built was incredible. The way the content was organized and produced, everything about it made me so excited to sit down with my brothers in front of our computer screen and watch Monday Fun Day every single Monday. I want to strive for that type of excitement on my channel, and I'm not there yet, but I know that if I ever want to succeed, I need to get there. This isn't about overlays or alerts or stream art. This is about content. I think so many people put in loads of time trying to perfect every little graphic on their stream, and there are so many free resources out there where you can just download them and get them out of the way. Dude, go to Stream Elements, get some alerts there, get some overlays, and just throw them up. Because if you are not producing actual content on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, those things don't matter right now. There are going to be 3 pillars that are crucial for you to grow your channel on Twitch, and that is going to be Twitch, obviously, YouTube, and Twitter. If you want to make it on Twitch, you need to start utilizing the other 3 pillars. Start tingling those creative nerves in your brain, and you will start to realize how much more your stream could be. Start experiencing what it is like to design more organized content that is designed to keep the viewer's attention. Do that, and you'll stop settling for just okay content on Twitch. Because like I said, in an industry as competitive as Twitch, if you're just producing okay content, it's going to be very difficult for you to keep your viewers' attention. Strive to blow people out of the water with your content. Instead of taking stream highlights, try posting something on Twitter that makes people want to share it. Create videos so thought-provoking, helpful, or hilarious that it makes people want to actually go out and share them with their friends. Have you ever seen a video and been like, man, I really need to go and share this with Jared? A recommendation from somebody else holds so much more value than you going on Twitter and posting your content there and saying, hey, everybody watch this. Instead of going on Twitter and asking people to retweet your content, create content that people want to retweet. Instead of telling people that you are an underrated streamer, create content that makes people think when they come into your stream, damn, this guy's an underrated streamer. Lastly, I'm going to leave you with this little exercise. It might be a little cheesy, however, I think it's very important. If you watch this far, I want you guys to tell me down in the comments below, why should I watch your content? And I'm going to post one myself too. I see a lot of people on Twitter trying to tell people that they are underrated on Twitch, when in reality, when you ask them why you should watch their content, they say, well, because I work really hard. It's like, so does everybody. Sell me on your stream, because I can promise you most people aren't able to do that. If you can tell somebody why your stream is valuable to them, then you are on such an awesome path already. You need to figure out your worth, because nobody else is going to do it for you.
I think Twitch is like steering away from gaming. Like, gaming is always going to be a massive thing on it.
But like just
Yeah.
with just chatting, like getting bigger and everything, and like celebrities are starting to figure out about Twitch and everything. It's
Right.
gonna become like
Oh, yeah.
so much bigger. The production quality of streams is gonna get so much larger. Twitch is gonna start appearing on televisions, and people aren't
Oh, yeah.
subscribing to cable anymore because they're watching YouTube and Twitch and stuff.